Hello everyone, it's your sister Roland, and all I need is a few minutes to discuss this post that was sent by my daughter because she said I should do a reaction to it, but this was posted on the Shade Room Roommates Diaries, and I guess it's a question. Yeah, so it's a question somebody asked. So here it is. Q3, I'm pregnant. My boyfriend of 3 years doesn't want a baby. He's a physical trainer and said he loves me, but he does a thing with clients after workouts. It's just a form of exercise, no emotions, and he gets paid. He said if I'm too insecure, I can go. Will the baby change him? So, first of all, many times when we're not in a situation, we can see the answer so clearly. We can see it clearly. The rain is gone, the confusion is gone. You see exactly what the person should do. But when it's us who is in a certain situation, we don't see what to do. And it could be a simple answer. Just leave. Forget this. Walk away. But when we're in a situation, we cannot see. We cannot see at all. And sometimes we do see, but we I guess are afraid of the unknown. If we let go, I don't know what can happen. Let me just stay here where I'm comfortable. So with the situation, so much things going on because now the person is pregnant, but the boyfriend doesn't want any children. The boyfriend doesn't want any children. And sometimes people they say, "Oh, we could still do it. As soon as he hold the baby, he'll change." That's an exception. That happens rarely. That happens really when, especially if the person didn't want a child, and then if they even come to the hospital or come to see the baby, then that baby, melts their heart, and then they fall in love, and then they have a whole new perspective. That's an exception. Most of the time, when they don't want to have children, they do not want to have children. Nothing's going to change that. And they won't even show up to the hospital. So now you're going to be left as a single mother. So if you knew, I'm sure he pretty much, because usually men say what they want or don't want. Sometimes we are not listening, or we think, oh, I can change him. He says he doesn't want to get married. He says he doesn't want to have children. He says, oh, he just wants to be friends, but we could just hang out. Most of the time, the man always tells the woman, this is what he wants. This is what he doesn't want. And we're not listening. And most of the time, us women, that's not what we really want. So when it's not what you really want, you need to walk away. But most of the time, we think, oh, he'll change his mind. Oh, I'll just go with it and stuff like. Oh, I feel like that too. But deep down, you know you don't. And then now she's with a man who's actually a male prostitute. This man is a male prostitute because not only he has clients, he has female clients, but he has intercourse with them and they pay him. Sir, you are a male prostitute. That's what you are, because you get money in exchange for intercourse. So now you're with a man who's forming all type of soul ties with different women. And then he's justifying what he's doing, saying that it's a form of exercise. And you believe it also, miss, because it's not, you never said anywhere that I know it's wrong or whatever. Because if you know it's wrong, somewhere in this little question you're going to say, even though I don't like it, I know it's wrong. You would have said that. But he has somehow convinced you that, hey, this is nothing wrong with this. At least we're making money. I'm bringing money to you. And then he tells you he loves you, but he's sleeping with other women for money. And he says, if I'm insecure. So the fact that I do not want to share you with other women, that makes me insecure. And you're not insecure that you have to sleep with women for money? Make it make sense. You're sleeping with other women for money. You're not insecure. You are a macho man. But I'm insecure because I don't want to get down with that. But then when you're dealing with manipulative people, they make you think that you're crazy, and then what they're doing is 100% okay. And then you're asking if the baby will change him. I have a list of people that I know, got pregnant for a man. Yeah, they got pregnant for a man because they didn't get pregnant, just so they could be a mother. They got pregnant for a man to keep a man. And all those women are by themselves. No, baby, a child doesn't change a man. If he didn't like you then, he ain't gonna like you then. But after you finish up the child. If he was manipulated, then he's gonna be more manipulated now. If he was putting hands on you, he's gonna be put hands on you even more. Babies don't change men. But I know somebody might say, oh, my husband was this way, and then when I finished with my child, he changed. You're an exception to the rule, ma'am. The majority is the rule. You're an exception to the rule, sir. The majority is the rule. And that's what it is. Also, you guys been together for 3 years. This man is still in relationship with other women. Now you're pregnant. Okay, when are you guys going to get married? Because usually when you start going into 3 years, 4 years, 5, 7 years, and you still don't have a ring, you should have been left at 3 years when you don't have a commitment. Because usually when you drag these stuff along 4 or 5 years, just so you can say, oh yeah, we was together for 7 years, we was together for 10 years, and then you get married. Most of the time, those relationships, those marriages never work out. And even if they do, both people are really, a lot of times they're miserable because somebody just settled for their other person. They were looking out, holding out for somebody else, and that person didn't come. So they just settled for you because you've always been there. So if I were you, I would leave. You already have the child. Now people say, my body, my choice. You could choose to do that. But me as a Christian, and if you believe in God, that is actually a sin in the sight of God. And people could justify, oh no, it's a blob of tissue. Yeah, it's a blob of tissue, sure. But one thing that people don't tell you, when you go that route, that stays with you. Sometimes you may think, oh, I'm going to do it. Nothing's going to happen because it's just a blob of tissue. When that happens, your body still thinks that you're pregnant, and you still go through the motions until that time that the body was supposed to give birth to that child. And then, of course, it is a sin. And that sin is considered as murder. You can say, oh no, that's it. Yeah, it's murder. You can argue with me if you want, because we know you're living in time, but it's your body, your choice. But that is what it is. And I go what the Bible says. God placed that child in your life. You can't take care of it. It's always adoption. And people could argue, oh, what about if something happened, the person was the R word, or most of those procedures are done by people who just want to get rid of. 1% of those procedures are done by people who were the R word. 1%. That's it. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.